things aren't going too well so far. So I came out to record a little video about why I really don't like Micro Four Thirds sensors, and it all started to go hill after I'd taken the half-an-hour walk. So I come along here and get stung by a load of stinging nettle. That's the first thing. And then secondly, my tripod goes and breaks. What the hell is it doing that for? The worst thing was, the head is on my camera right now, and these are just the legs, as you can see. The top of it broke off while my camera was on it, but luckily I had it in my hand and I wasn't doing this, and it just snapped off and my like 550-pound camera and stuff gets broken. But look, on the bright side, our camera's here, it's working. Tripod is not really. The only disadvantages is that number one, this is broken, and number two, that my arm is going to really hurt for the next 10 minutes recording this video while holding my whole camera instead of just the tripod. Now, why don't I like Micro Four Thirds sensors? It's a fairly simple reason. The things I like about my Lumix G7 here is the fact that its video quality and photo quality are fantastic. The features are all there, most of them are gimmicks, but sometimes they come in handy, and it's overall a really good camera. My only problem is the sensor inside. So if you weren't aware, there are 3 types of sensors in this world. There is the full frame, the APS-C, and the Micro Four Thirds. We'll ignore the medium format and stuff. But the Micro Four Thirds is a 2x crop. And this means a few things. Firstly, I'm on 14mm right now. It's an arm length away. If it was on a full frame camera at 14mm, it would be way wider. It would be even further than that at the distance here. So that's my first problem. And before I go on to the next, that comes with a few disadvantages. Firstly, landscape photography is hard, as well as astrophotography. So with landscape photography, you sometimes want to get a nice foreground object. You can't do that with this because it's too narrow. You can get either the foreground or the background, or just bugger off home and do nothing. So that's an astrophotography, like I was saying. My fastest lens is the 25mm f1.8. I will show you 25mm. This is vlogging at 25mm, right there, and that's 14. So 25mm is really narrow, and it really shouldn't be narrow. So 25mm is the equivalent to 50mm on a full frame camera, and preferably you want something like a 16mm and at least f2.8. And this comes on to my second main point about the Micro Four Thirds sensor. As well as multiplying the focal length by 2, you multiply the aperture by 2. Here I'm using an aperture of f3.5, and this is the depth of field I'm getting. And this is equivalent to a full frame of f7. And if a full frame can get down to f3.5, then the background is going to be so much blurrier, and things are just going to be so much better exposed. So Micro Four Thirds aren't very good at low light conditions, and they're not very good at getting blurry backgrounds. Here are some pictures of me in the Grand Canyon, and as you can see, I can easily get a background blur just holding it like this, and on this video there's not much of a blur. I guess the one advantage of the focal length thing is the fact that using big lenses and trying to get the furthest possible focal length is cheaper and easier. So if you're using a 300mm, it'd be equivalent of a 600mm on a full frame, which would cost you about £1,000. Moral of the story is, if you want to vlog, or if you want to do landscape photography or astrophotography, do not, whatever you do, get a Micro Four Thirds sensor. If you want to do videoing and cool stuff like that, then a Micro Four Thirds sensor can be really good. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos here on the channel. I'll get myself down from this log once I've finished. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.